of the Detroit Tigers. They are the worst team in all the bigs. They came into play yesterday, which is 16 victories in 47 games. They have the worst run differential in baseball at -59. So who are we talking about? The Los Angeles Angels, who have been struggling, but it is early in the season, and maybe just a single win could be the first of something good. And LA got that done yesterday. Angels hosting the Athletics, down 1-0, bottom of the ninth inning. Zach Neto dug in, man on, looking for a moment.
Here's a fly ball, center field. It's hit well. Bolte is back near the wall. It's gone! Unbelievable! What a finish! Zach Neto says goodnight to the A's, and JT Ginn walks it off with a home run.
Angels win the game 2-1. They end a 6-game losing skid, and they try to start an actual winning streak tonight against those same Athletics. Around the league, brought to you by Bet365, Kiter Montero's been very impressive for the Tigers. Take him to last 7 or more tonight. You get amazing odds at plus. How about that? This has been Around the League on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. We're looking forward to more home runs, RBIs, shutouts, and new major league records. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers' roar never stops, and the 7th inning stretch means we're getting ready to pounce. Save and win with Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Since 1982, Corporate Eagle has defined fractional aviation. Exclusively Detroit, exclusively yours. No out-of-town program can match the personal service we deliver right here at home. Locally based, proudly employee-owned. Every aircraft, every detail, every flight managed by your dedicated Detroit team. This is members-only aviation. Corporate Eagle.
If you have cancer, proton therapy is targeted treatment with less risk of side effects.
I'm John, and I had prostate cancer. In my opinion, for proton therapy, there's nowhere else to be. Anybody that has the opportunity to come here to participate in the proton therapy program, it's a win for them. The staff, the treatment, prognosis, your chances for survival when you walk out the door, there's nowhere else to be in my eyes.
Your best chance to beat cancer could be proton therapy. Visit mclaren.org/proton therapy.
To the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. From the field, brought to you by Meijer, official partner of the Detroit Tigers.
Tigers fans, welcome back to our From the Field report. And today we are joined by Matt Vierling. It's game 2 against the Cleveland Guardians. Bit of a rivalry series again, Matt. You had that great home run yesterday. How'd that feel off the bat? It just jumped right off.
Yeah, it felt great. Got a good pitch to hit, stayed in the at-bat with 2 strikes, and ended up getting a good pitch to hit and put a good swing on it.
Mm-hmm. You're back in the leadoff spot again today. How do you feel when you're in that leadoff spot, starting this team off, trying to get things rolling offensively, especially in a time right now where it's been hard to see some productivity?
Yeah, I think for me in the leadoff spot, what I want to do is just set a tone for the guys. Really want to, first couple at bats, just have a couple quality at bats. That's the biggest thing. As a leadoff guy, you kind of set the tone. So obviously want to get the day started with a couple quality at bats.
And as the leadoff guy, you can kind of pass messages down the lineup with what you see, right? Parker Messick, he's a rookie. We haven't seen much of him. What has been your scouting report really on him going into today?
I don't even know if I've really faced him because I was hurt last year and when he pitched against us. But I've seen a bunch of video. He's been pitching well lately. He's got a fastball, changeup, mainly to right-hand hitters, with some other stuff sprinkled in. So, just being ready for those two pitches and kind of figuring out as the game goes on what he's leaning on more. But I know he's been throwing well lately, so expect him to go out there with some confidence, and we got to do the same.
And one more thing for you, too. As the Tigers have been struggling with some injuries so far, some guys starting to make their way back into the clubhouse with some rehab assignments. What's it like just to have some players back again? Does that bring some extra energy back to the clubhouse?
It does. When you get Scoob back and Vesti and, I'm going to miss some guys, but Javi and Glaber and obviously we miss Parker a heck of a lot and everybody else. When you get some of those guys back in the mix and just having their presence here, it helps a lot. Just to have those guys around, have their energy around. It really helps them in the dugout, having them in the dugout or just in the locker room. So just to have them be a part of it after missing them for a couple weeks, it's huge for us.
Tigers fans, thanks for tuning in to our From the Field report. We have more pregame coming up in the next couple of minutes on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Detroit Tigers Baseball. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Ready to help. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Your time is a luxury. At Jack Demmer Lincoln, we believe that car ownership should be effortless. That's why we offer Lincoln Mobile Service. When your vehicle needs routine maintenance like an oil change or tire rotation, we'll come to you. A certified technician arrives at your home or office and gets the job done on your schedule. More extensive service, our complimentary pickup and delivery program will handle it. We pick up your Lincoln, leave you with a complimentary loaner, and return your vehicle to you washed and ready to go. Discover the Demmer difference at Jack Demmer Lincoln.
Baseball's in the forecast, and it's about to heat up. Keep your eye on the ball and listen to what Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical is offering right now. Buy a new furnace or AC and get half off installation. The guys at Mastercraft are there 24/7 for emergency service, and they back their work with a 5-year warranty. Yes, they've got financing options too. Call Mastercraft today. They're the pros for plumbing, electrical, and generators for all those power failures. They've got your bases covered. Visit mastercraftheating.com today.
Swing, there's a drive to left. That one is long.
126 years of baseball tradition continues.
And it's gone, a home run.
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Corwell Health, Fago, The D Las Vegas, Northville Lumber, Feiger Law, Comerica, McLaren Health, Wallside Windows, Rocket, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Fly ball left field. It's deep. It's got a chance, and it's gone, a home run. Javi Baez, 2-run shot.
With the call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Dan Petrie.
Skies are clearing, light breeze, warm in downtown Detroit. Hello again, everyone. We're getting ready for Game 2 of a 4-game series. Tigers and Cleveland Guardians. Guardians, as we talked about earlier, handed to the Tigers last night, 8-2. These were tight, low-scoring games last year. But as we talked about, Dan, I think the thing that really stood out watching that Cleveland offense last night, this is a better Cleveland offense in a lot of ways, but they are more disciplined. They are drawing more walks, and noticeably, with the improvements from Martinez plus the 2 rookies, they are hitting with more power. This is a real challenge for Kader Montero tonight.
Yeah, and you kept saying it last night, and it was very apparent that it is. It's no longer a couple of guys that you've got to be careful for. Now, 1 through 9, there's a lot of traps in there and a lot of places that you have to navigate if you're one of the Tiger pitchers.
Parker Messick made 7 good starts last year. Tigers actually got to him a little bit in his last start of last year. 7 good starts with a 2.70 ERA. He's been even better this year. He's actually a much improved pitcher this year. That is the challenge for the Tigers tonight. Kader Montero will make his 9th start of the year, coming off a bit of a rough start, arguably as rough, but he has been a rock in that Tigers rotation. We'll talk about some of the keys against Parker Messick tonight for this struggling Tigers offense. Right now, the lineups are being exchanged at home plate. Let's take a look at the details with Dan.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Comerica Bank. Want to elevate your small business? Visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. For the Guardians, leading off in center field, Daniel Schneemann. Batting second at third base, Jose Ramirez. Batting third, the designated hitter, Chase DeLauder. Batting fourth at first base, Kyle Manzardo. Batting fifth at second base, Travis Bazana. Batting sixth in right field, Angel Martinez. Batting seventh in left field, Stephen Kwan. Doing the catching and batting eighth, Austin Hedges. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Brian Rocchio. And for the Tigers, leading off in center field, Matt Vierling. Batting second at third base, Kevin McGonigal. The designated hitter batting third, Jahmai Jones. Doing the catching and batting fourth, Dylan Dingler. Batting fifth in left field, Riley Green. Batting sixth at first base, Spencer Torkelson. Batting seventh in right field, Wenzel Perez. Batting eighth at second base, Hao-Yu Lee. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Zach Short.
Pitching matchup, again, Parker Messick for the Guardians. Cater Montero for the Tigers is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. For all the latest offers, go to Toyota.com. Game time weather brought to you by Clean Express Auto Wash, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers. Fast, easy, clean, and free vacuums. Very similar to yesterday. Some late afternoon showers, very heavy for a moment, but now the storms have moved off. I think they're kind of south and east of us now. There's actually sun peeking out underneath the clouds as it begins to set in southeast Michigan. We've got a beautiful night for baseball in downtown Detroit, so glad to have you along for the second game of this four-game series. Keys to the game brought to you by Rave Associates, proud distributors of Bell's Breweries, Founders, and Long Drink. Let's talk about the keys for the Tigers against Parker Messick. Dan, they do have, now this is a guy who's much tougher to hit. Even though he put up the good ERA last year, he was fairly hittable. Not so much this year. The Tigers do have three hitters in this lineup. Jones, Green, Perez, who hit home runs off him in that game in September.
Yeah, I think he's a different pitcher, but he's got 6 good pitches. You can't cover everything, so you got to pick a side of the plate and attack that side of the plate. The other thing is he's got a very quick delivery, so you can't swing at that motion. I think he tries to quicken you up. If you get quickened up trying to get at that fastball and jump out at that motion, that's where he's got you, and he's going to drop in that really good changeup of his.
Spencer Torkelson said he's got a little bit of funk in his delivery, little things moving in all directions, a lot of movement.
And it's fast.
That can make the fastball play up, and AJ talked about that too. That fastball can play up. Tigers come in with a record of 20-28. They have fallen 8 games below the 500 mark. Cleveland at 27-22, leading the Central Division. They now get ready to face the 25-year-old from Venezuela, Cater Montero, making his 9th start of the year.
Yeah, Cater continues to throw the ball well, even though he didn't make it through the 5th inning in his last start, and that was the first time in 6 starts for Cater. In a small sample size, though, Cater has yet to give up a run to the Guardians in 6 1/3 innings during the regular season and 3 shutout innings during the postseason.
Daniel Schneemann in the leadoff spot. He's usually there against righties. First pitch of the game is a fastball strike on the outside edge. And we are underway here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. Beautiful night for baseball. Glad to have you along. McGonigal's in tight at third, rest of the infield back. Schneemann swings, pops it up down the third base line. Long run for McGonigal, but that's going to get into the seats down the left field line. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Daniel Schneemann. This is a challenge for Cater Montero, a lineup full of 8 left-handed bats because the Guardians, I think it's mandatory when they build a roster, they always have at least 3 switch hitters in the lineup every night. So with the lefties, 8 left-handed bats that he will have to face tonight. The 0-2 to Schneemann. Swing and a pop-up. Changeup gets the pop-up. Zach Short at short onto the outfield grass, 2 steps. Will backpedal and make the catch. 1 up and 1 down. First pitch today is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Fortunately for Cater Montero, Dan, his big improvement this year, and you can't stress how important this is getting lefties out at a much better clip.
Yeah, that's why I think that changeup is going to be an important pitch for him in tonight's game.
Jose Ramirez swings, pops it up, foul, first base side, Torkelson over. That'll get into the seats. That was a slider that Ramirez popped up.
I think the fastballs that I've been so impressed with this year, they play off of one another. The fastball makes the changeup better, and the changeup makes the fastballs even better.
He's mixed them really well, hasn't he? Credit to Dylan Dingler and Jake Rogers behind the plate. Fastball up and away at 95. It's not going to be a lot of swing and miss with Cater Montero on the mound. It's a low level of swing and miss, but it's a low walk rate. He has a lot of quick plate appearances. Fastball up and away. It's a very low pitch count for him to average 5.5 innings a start, just 78 pitches. We know this Cleveland team can be very aggressive. For all the walks they draw, they're going to attack early if they get a pitch that they like. Change up at the knees for a called strike. Ramirez comes in hitting 240. And again, all that does is worry you because he hasn't even begun to heat up. He is much better as a right-handed batter. Very similar batting stances from each side. 2-2, swing and a pop-up. This time to the right side of the infield. Hayu Lee will make the catch. About 30 feet to the right of second base on the infield dirt. Ramirez pops out. 2 up, 2 down, first inning. First inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage, presented by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Using that slider and changeup to get pop-ups early. Two outs. That'll bring up Chase DeLauder. Knuckle curve on the outside corner for a called strike one. So the big bats, the best from the left side in terms of their production against righties. Chase DeLauder and Angel Martinez are leading the way for the Guardians. Fastball high and outside at 94. DeLauder's hitting lefties, hitting righties. He's just off to a terrific start in his rookie season. The rare player to debut in the postseason. The 1-1. Fastball high and away.
You know, I don't know about you, Dan, but anytime that Jose Ramirez steps to the plate and he hits a little pop-up like that, you just got a nice little sigh of relief like,
Always.
Oh, hey, you know what? He didn't do any damage. All right, we don't have to see him for a couple of innings, hopefully.
He popped up off the knuckle curve. I was going to suggest to you that that's a pitch that Cater Montero should just shelve against lefties because of their production, but he gets a pop-up. Ground ball to first base off the changeup from Chase DeLauder. So that pitch has been a big weapon for him against lefties, and that's a 1-2 start to the game for Cater Montero and the Tigers. We head to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless, game 2 of a 4-game series, Tigers and Guardians. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. We're looking forward to more home runs, RBIs, shutouts, and new major league records. Plus, whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations all over the city, from local businesses and manufacturers to schools, food banks, kids' athletics, and more programs that bring us together. Because when you shop Meijer, you don't just shop for yourself. You shop for your entire community. You create reasons to celebrate and opportunities for people in your community to live, to learn, to work, and to play. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers' roar never stops, and the 7th inning stretch means we're getting ready to pounce. Save and win with Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers.
Hey Tigers fans, Jason Benetti here. Does your home have bases loaded with pests? If so, it's time you contact Rose Pest Solutions to discuss a home service program. Depending on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, all of which come with a dedicated technician. A home service program is the ideal way to keep pests out of your home all year. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Bell's Brewery has a treat for you. Bell's Flyover. It's our new easy drinking light lager beer. Enjoy a flyover today.
Matt Vierling in the leadoff spot today. First pitch, fastball strike on the outside part of the plate. Tigers facing the 25-year-old native of Plant City, Florida, Parker Messick. Vierling swings at a curveball and pops it up to shallow left field. Stephen Kwan, for a moment, acted like he couldn't see it, but should be good viewing for him right now. Vierling pops out as Kwan makes the catch. 10th start of the year for Parker Messick, and Dan, it's really, really impressive, the consistency in his 9 starts.
Yeah, just the 6 pitches, four-seam, sinker, changeup, curveball, cutter, slider.
Fastball strike outside third to Kevin McGonigal.
And the Tigers, though, did get to Messick last year, late September, in Cleveland, belting 3 home runs in 5 innings.
Kevin McGonigal takes a strike.
Boy, look how quick he works. My goodness. He just gets that ball right back up on that rubber, gets a sign, and he's off.
A little herky-jerky funk in his delivery, as we said, and that all of that can lead up to both deception. Spencer Torkelson felt like it led to his fastball playing up. It also sets up his changeup to right-handed batters. The improvements for Parker Messick are notable. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball inner third to McGonigal. Swings and misses and strikes out. 2 up and 2 down. He does work quick.
Boy, I mean, that's to me pretty impressive because that really was a series of some uncomfortable looking swings from McGonigal, and you just don't see that.
Ever.
No.
Lefties, righties, both hitting for low average. He's just a little tougher on lefties. Jahmai Jones jumps in a first pitch curveball, fouls it straight back. He had a leadoff home run against Messick in that start late September last year when these two teams were battling for the division title. The strike one, swing and a miss. That's why that fastball plays up. He sets it up really well. And also, again, just the herky-jerky funk in his delivery. Jahmai Jones just swung right through 93.
It looked like that had a little bit of that upshoot action to it, too, just from that lower kind of arm slot, kind of pushed it uphill.
Now the windup in the 0-2. Bounces the changeup. Hedges behind the plate. This is a former second-round pick out of Florida State in 2022. As you said, the Guardians just do a tremendous job identifying college pitchers with command, athleticism. 1-2, swing and a miss. That was a young man in full command of his 6-pitch mix in the first inning. That was very efficient, and that was some good stuff. 2 swing and miss strikeouts, and a 1-2 second inning scoreless. Guardians and Tigers, second of a 4-game series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica Bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at Comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Windows down, the sun's out, Big Al, it just feels right.
Oh, that's Michigan telling you to go for a drive.
Oh, I'm going everywhere.
Then do your car a favor first.
Yep, I just washed it.
Not that kind of favor. Oil change, tire check, filters. Keep it running like it should.
Return the favor.
Exactly. Take care of it now. Enjoy the ride all season.
I do like that plan.
Your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers make servicing your vehicle easy.
Meyer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is. Home is where your team is, and our home is right.
Lottery's Detroit Tigers instant ticket and online games. Both young pitchers, impressive. 2 25-year-olds with impressive first innings. First pitch, knuckle curve for a strike to Manzardo. Clearly, Kader Montero is going to continue to throw that curveball. As I mentioned, Dan, it is the pitch that has been hit the hardest by lefties. Obviously, they want to continue. Changeup gets a strike to Manzardo, no balls and 2 strikes. They want him to continue to throw it. At any given moment, it looks like a plus pitch, but when he makes a mistake, it gets hit hard.
Yeah, he did get Jose Ramirez and did steal strike 1, but that changeup still.
For you, is it all about how he's setting it up? Fastball away, 1 and 2.
Yeah, just the changeup against lefties. They've only gotten 2 hits off of both of them singles.
Yep. And last year, that was a pitch that didn't hit for average, but did hit for 3 home runs and 36 at bats. The 1-2. Knuckle curve bounces down and in. Numbers for Kader Montero, 2-3 with a 3.65 ERA in his 8 starts. That's 44 innings of work. He's only allowed 34 hits. Again, this is a much improved version of Kader Montero. Opponents have hit 200 with a little bit of power. Fastball up and away. The big noticeable changes from a year ago. Again, effectively mixing changeups, fastballs, especially to lefties, to get them out at a much better clip. They hit him for average and for power last year. They aren't doing either this year. Line drive, base hit into right center off the fastball. Quickly over to the field at Wenzel Perez. Manzardo, who really had done very little against righties this year, singles into right center to lead off the 2nd inning.
Yeah, that's just Kader just coming right after him, 3-2, doesn't want to walk him, came in right after him with a 4-seam fastball. Manzardo just kind of a nice little short little swing, shot it right back up the middle for just a single.
We mentioned the 2 rookies, DeLauder and Bazana, both better against lefties. These are 2 left-handed batters who are better against lefties to start their career, which is impressive because you know they can hit righties. Bazana at the plate. He, again, better against lefties, hasn't done a whole lot against righties. Digs in, hitting .281. He takes a changeup away. McGonigal's in tight at 3rd. Manzardo not a base-stealing threat. Montero does a great job stopping the running game. That will be important tonight, you would think. Slider high and outside, 2-0. Bazana, as we saw last night, he can just he can find holes. He can bunt his way on. He can take a half cut and do a little wedge shot into center field. You talk about bat to ball skills. My goodness. The 2-0. Fastball up and away. Walk rate of 2, a strikeout rate of 6 for Kader Montero. We mentioned the swing and miss because when you're a pitch to contact pitcher as he is, very important that you are missing barrels, making sure the contact rate is, or the hard hit rate is low. Bazana takes a strike. The one worrisome thing is he's become much more of a fly ball pitcher and the hard hit rate has gone up, which means more balls are likely to be going out unless one of those 2 things change. Check swing on a knuckle curve down and Bazana draws a walk. So with that walk, that makes 5 batters, 5 regulars in this lineup tonight who have more walks than strikeouts. That's the number you might get at the end of the year in the American League. They've got 5 in their lineup tonight who walk more than they strike out. Incredible. Angel Martinez bunts it down the first base line. Torkelson charging, fielding, and he'll flip down to Hayu Lee covering first base. Successful sacrifice. Now that's a surprise to me. I think the Tigers will take that every time. The big improvement for Angel Martinez, he's been crushing righties this year and hitting with power, and this is a fly ball pitcher. I think the Tigers are saying thank you very much.
Yeah, give up an out that early. Stephen Kwan is a tough guy to strike out.
Very aggressive early in the count with men on base. Swinging a fly ball to center field. Wow. Bazano was all the way over toward 3rd, and then he realized it was a routine out. Ball is caught by Vierling, trotting home Manzardo. Stephen Kwan, sacrifice fly. And the Guardians take a 1-0 lead. Small ball works for them here in the 2nd inning.
They must have just thought, you know what, the chances of winning the game are so much better when you score first,
Yep.
and they're just maybe just thinking, you know what, let's get on the board right away and put some pressure on them. They know that the offense has been struggling of the Tigers, so just saying, hey, let's get them in a hole right away, and maybe that's why they gave away an out that early.
And it's not a bad thought when you've got a team that's struggling and you take the lead and put them in an early deficit, even if it's 1-0. It can start to wear on them quickly. Austin Hedges swings at a sinker and fouls it over the screen down to our right. Single walk sacrifice. And the sacrifice fly for Stephen Kwan. 2 outs, man on second. Bazzana runs pretty well. Lee keeping an eye on him. The strike one. Fastball. Nice movement at 97 for Cater Montero.
Yeah, sinker, no doubt, too. I mean, normally you get that little bit of extra velocity on the four-seamer, a little more carry, but the sinker at 97 and really well located on the outside part of the plate.
Had some nice swing back to it.
Did bet.
That pitch will work all night long. Hedges hitting .250, not known for his offense. He's getting a lot of the catching duties because he is superb behind the plate. The 0-2. Knuckle curve in the dirt. Bounces in the left-handed batter's box. Rocchio waiting on deck. Big runner to Strand at second base. Every run matters. Generally, teams year in and year out win right around 60% of the time when they score first. Tigers have barely broken the 500 mark when they score first this year. Opponents, 16-5. Soft ground ball to the right side, backhanded by Torkelson. He'll flip to Montero. A little stumble on the way to first, but he makes the play. Torque with a nice feed.
That was a tough play, and
Sure
that was
was.
an outstanding feed.
That's a big out. I tell you, if they don't get it, Bazzana was rounding third and heading home. Guardians settle for one. Tigers bat bottom of the second inning, down 1-0. This is the home of Detroit.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
All we do is win. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The Hexa Sheets? Think made-to-order food, snacks, drinks, essentials, and fuel, all in one stop. And always open when you need us.
Nothing Guardians. Tigers bat. Second inning. Dylan Dingler ground ball hit hard to third on one hop, but backhanded by Ramirez. Strong throw across the diamond to Manzardo. Hard hit ball for Dylan Dingler, and it's out number 1. Here in the second inning, it's time for dollars on deck. That means if Spencer Torkelson gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. Riley Green hit a home run off Parker Messick. 3 home runs in that game, September the 25th. Green takes a pitch low and in. Parker Messick has given up 5 home runs in 54 innings this year. Fastball away, so it's not a big, powerful fastball. Again, we talked about the kinds of skills that the Guardians target when they draft college pitchers, and it's largely college pitchers. The 2-0, fastball strike, 92. They target guys who have not just the ability to throw strikes, but, Dan, command.
I think of Tanner Bybee was a good example, too.
The 2-1, swing and a miss, stayed away with a 4-seam fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They figure you can always build velocity. They believe that. But you start with the command, and this guy has a feel for pitching. Sinker low and away at 90. And with a 6-pitch mix, I'm impressed, Dan. It's a true 6-pitch mix.
Yeah.
It's not just that he has 6 pitches.
Yeah.
He mixes all 6. The 3-2 to Riley Green, away. Terrific at bat for Riley. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Riley Green reaches for the 5th consecutive time in the 2 games against the Guardians. Messick works extreme third base side of the rubber. Torkelson, it's a fly ball left field. This one's deep. This one's got a chance. Goodbye. Spencer Torkelson with number 7. Man, did he need that. 2-run shot. Tigers take a 2-1 lead in the second.
Yeah, I was hoping that Tigers would make them pay for walking Riley Green. Messick, you could see, really wanted no part of Riley Green. He was dancing around the corners, and then Torque comes up and ambushes a 92-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner part, just pulled the hands in. Not sure it's a strike.
No.
And got underneath it and launched it right into the Tigers' bullpen for a 2-1 lead.
Line drive to left off the bat of Wenzel Perez. That'll be fielded on 1 hop by Stephen Kwan. Perez turns and holds at first base. He had a home run off Messick. Sharp single to left. This is a guy who just has not given up hard contact this year. As we said, he's got pitchability, meaning that he misses barrels. He doesn't get hit. He doesn't get squared up very often. To see back-to-back good swings, that's really 3 good swings this inning because Dingler hit the ball hard on 1 hop to third. Yu Lee takes curve ball down and in. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. 4 home runs for the Tigers now in 6 innings of work for Parker Messick going back to his start last year. Lee swings it. It's a fly ball to right field, right to Martinez. Kind of sits down into his stance and then goes 3 steps to his left to make the catch. For the second out here in the second inning, injury report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. We're keeping an eye on Troy Melton making a rehab start down in Lakeland tonight. He was going to make it at Toledo, but the weather was so iffy, it was the right call. He went down to Lakeland to make his start. I would think tonight they're looking for 5 ups from him. Zach Short still looking for hit number 1, takes strike 1. Means he pitches into the 5th inning. The ups as important as the pitch count, which tends to be low. That's the only downside of going to Florida. You get the good weather. Change up down and away, 1-1 on Zach Short. But you've got A-ball hitters who are probably swinging aggressively, and you're going to have a lot of short at-bats.
And it's tough to set those young hitters up, too.
Line drive right to third base. Ramirez makes the catch. Zach Short squared it up. That was 4 good swings in the second inning for the Tigers. Torkelson's 2-run home run gives the Tigers a lead. We head to the third. 2-1 Tigers after 2 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meijer.
For 40 years has been building the #1 team in the country. Here, you'll join a community that works hard and celebrates wins together. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, Our unmatched growth, inclusive culture, and commitment to building long-term success give you the opportunity to thrive. No mortgage experience? All team members receive paid on-site training to get you started and keep you moving forward. Discover a career with momentum at uwmjobs.com.
Pepperoni Crazy Puffs and Mountain Dew Mango Rush together at Little Caesars for only $4.99? Everyone wants in on this deal.
Oh, what is this? Mountain Dew Mango Rush Hour or something?
Yes, it is! Try Little Caesars Crazy Puffs Crave Combo for just $4.99. Pizza. Plus tax or applicable. Available at participating locations for a limited time while supplies last. No substitutions. Not good with any other offers. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, California, many areas in New York, Oregon, Washington, and third-party online sites. Due in the Mountain Dew logo or registered trademarks of PepsiCo Inc.
It's natural to have questions about what's next, from a diagnosis you never expected or a treatment plan that feels complicated and short on options. But you always have a choice. To believe your path forward should have clarity and confidence with access to pioneering therapies and the latest clinical trials. Cancer is everything we do, and we do it all right here in Michigan. At Carmanis, you can get a second opinion appointment within 7 days. Call us at 1-800-CARMANIS.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Top of the third inning, Brian Rocchio swings at the first offering from Cater Montero. Fastball in and drives it down the right field line. And Dan, you're right on that home run from Torkelson. That was felt like two balls with off the plate and in. What a job for Torque to get the barrel of the bat to that ball. Just his second home run. Good changeup, swing and a miss. Second home run since the 5-homer streak, 5-game home run streak. Just over 65 at-bats. He needed that. We wanted him to get the ball up today. That was his goal. And when he saw it up, by golly, he wasn't going to miss an opportunity to take a swing. Rocchio takes a changeup away.
Yeah, they both, all three of them, Dingler and Torque and Wenzel, all jumped on pitches on the inner part of the plate.
Rocchio takes fastball high and outside. The impressive developments, or I would say the significant developments for this Cleveland offense this year, not only the two rookies, DeLauder and Bazana, but Ryan Rocchio at age 25. It's not too late to take a massive step forward in production, and Rocchio has done that. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Didn't hit well from either side the last 2 years. Hit around 225 with little power. Comes into this game tonight hitting 288 with rock solid power numbers as well. 2-2, swinging a foul, or at least an OPS that's over 750 from both sides of the plate. A lot of that is because he's drawing walks. He's cut the strikeouts. Think of Jose Ramirez early in his career. He didn't hit for power. Didn't hit for average either in his age 22 season. His breakthrough started in his age 23 season. Interesting to see what the upside is for Rocchio. Another 2-2 on the way. Swing and a foul out of play. He'll see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate. His big improvement again, cutting his strikeout rate in half. I feel like this guy's always been a tough out for the Tigers. Certainly was in the postseason a couple of years ago. Montero works third base side of the rubber, the 2-2. Fly ball, center field, fairly deep, but that's where Matt Vierling is as he races toward deep right center to make the catch. 8-pitch battle, won in the end by Cater Montero. Good swing for Brian Rocchio.
Yeah, good swing, and the 3 pitches leading up to that. Once he got to 2 strikes, fouled off some really good pitches. A curveball that if he took was going to be a strike, and he just right at the last split second fouled it off, and then fouled off a couple of changeups.
It's a 4-pitch mix for Montero against lefties. Slider, backdoor, steals, strike 1 to Daniel Schneemann. And this is where you really lean on your catcher, and this has been just an impressive part of Dylan Dingler's game. Swinging a line drive to center field, right to Matt Vierling. In 2 steps, makes the catch. Schneemann lines out for the second out. Today's game brought to you in part by Meijer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. For the development of Dylan Dingler behind the plate, Dan. I don't think you can say enough about the fact that he has improved on both sides, defensively, offensively. The Tigers have a number one catcher who's going to be behind the plate, you would think, for many years to come. Fastball up and away.
You know what? I've never thrown or played catch with Dylan Dingler, but watching his mannerisms, I would have absolutely loved to throw to Dylan Dingler.
Everything about him, right?
Everything. Just talking to him in the clubhouse, I can just tell.
Fastball away. And liking throwing to a certain catcher makes a huge difference.
It's the confidence. I'm just thinking about it. Just talking to him in the clubhouse, and when you're talking to him before the game, and you're going out on the mound, knowing that guy's behind the plate for you.
Fastball high and away. 3-0 on Jose Ramirez. Got him out on a knuckle curve. He popped it up first time up. AJ talking on the pregame a week or so ago just about the level of preparation that impresses him so much, not just for the offensive side of the equation, but for the game plan for the pitcher. Fouled out a play on a 3-0 fastball. 3-1 now on Jose Ramirez. Everybody's always preparing the game plan. AJ contributes, analysts contribute, Chris Fetter contributes, but they say we can rarely bring anything to that meeting without Dylan Dingler saying, yep, got that. Change up and away and a walk to Jose Ramirez.
Now, the other thing that's very important, too, is, yes, you have to pay attention to the runners, especially Jose Ramirez over at first base, but that's another thing that Dylan Dingler does, is takes a little bit of that pressure off of you as a pitcher, knowing that he's gonna throw a lot of runners out on his own ability. Just give him a chance.
First pitch fastball to Chase DeLauder. Perfect on the outside edge for a called strike one. Average fastball for Montero's right at 94. That's both the four-seam sinking fastball. The four-seam fastball and the sinker. The sinker's actually got a little more average velocity. Flip over to first. That was close. Jose Ramirez with 20 steals in 22 attempts. You just marvel at the consistency of Jose Ramirez's game. And the fact that he's taken the stolen base game, part of his game, to another level the last 2 years. Stealing 40 each of the last 2 years. Dancing off of first, doesn't go. Fastball away, 1-1 to Chase DeLauder. Grounded out first time up on a changeup. Short, shades right up the middle. The outfield plays DeLauder to go the opposite way. Left-handed batter waiting on a 1-1. Changeup misses high, and you can see Dylan Dingler like, come on now, bring that down.
He has 3 pitches, and it's 3 different times. He kind of went quick one time. He held real long the second pitch, and then right in between both of those, that last pitch.
1-1 changeup, the 2-1 changeup fouled over the screen down to our left. Kader Montero does a great job paying attention to the running game, stopping it really, just 1 steal and 9 starts because of what you just talked about. Lots of different ways to slow that guy down at first. Dylan Dingler, one of the strongest arms behind the plate, and he's gotten better. He has improved his pop time this year. DeLauder takes a pitch high. His pop time now is down at an elite 1.88. Best in the league, best in the major leagues is 1.86. 3-2, runner goes. DeLauder swings, pops it up, fouling out of play. And Dan, he has shaved 6/100ths of a second off his pop time. It doesn't sound like much, but it's taken him from good to elite. And that just tells you how much he works at his game.
I mean, you know how important every inch is. Makes the difference between getting somebody at second base.
Knuckle curve away, swing and a miss. DeLauder can't find the knuckle curve and strikes out. First strikeout for Kader Montero ends the 3rd inning. You always look for that shutdown inning after your team puts you on top. Kader Montero delivers. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tigers on top of the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Tigers fans, step up to the plate for the Detroit Tigers Grand Slam giveaway, presented by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. When the Tigers hit a grand slam this season, you could score an unforgettable getaway to Michigan's premier 4-season resort. Enjoy championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, and stunning views of Grand Traverse Bay. Enter today at GrandTraverseResort.com, the official summer resort of Detroit Tigers fans.
Hi, Matt Garko here from Bill Brown Ford in Livonia. Ford's employee pricing event is here, and right now everyone can get the kind of pricing usually reserved for Ford employees. But where you buy matters. At Bill Brown Ford, you get more than just a great deal. You get one of the largest Ford inventories around and a team that helps you find every available option. A simple, customer-first experience from start to finish. No runaround, no guessing, just real people working to make your Ford purchase easy. Shop the Ford Employee Pricing Event today at Michigan's #1 Ford dealer, Bill Brown Ford.
#1 Ford dealers based on Ford's new total retail sales reports 2025.
If you need orthopedic care, McLaren's expert team can help you move better and feel better. Get the care you deserve at McLaren.org.
Parker Messick pitching to the top of the order. Matt Vierling takes first pitch, ball 1. Starts him off with a changeup. Comes back with a sinker, swinging a foul out of play. So after seeing the changeup, the 90-mile-an-hour sinker again, there's some deception in this delivery. Matt Vierling was late on 90 miles an hour, and that tells you the importance of sequencing. That's why Austin Hedges is so valued behind the plate. Changeup in the dirt, he scoops it up. Hedges does, flips it out of play, 2-1.
Yeah, just looking so far, and Messick's velocity is down on all of his pitches, but four-seam and sinker.
2-1 foul out of play. Yeah, he's sitting 91, 92, isn't he?
Yeah, it's down 2 miles an hour on his four-seam and 2.5 miles an hour on his sinker.
2-2, swinging a foul. And when you see something like that, I mean, believe me, the Guardians are taking note, right? And those guys in the Tiger dugout taking note as well.
And there's been more change-ups this inning, but we'll see what those numbers are as the game progresses, see if he catches up.
2-2, changeup goes between the legs of Hedges in the dirt. 3-2 on Matt Vierling. Messick averages 6 innings a start. The number of starters in either league who average 6 innings a start, it's a short list these days. The 3-2, check swing foul. Over the screen down to our right. Vierling will see at least 8 pitches. Green saw 6 last inning. Generally, these have been very quick at-bats. 3-2, swinging a line, deep foul. Fly ball, really well fouled down the left field line.
That's a pitch Matt Vierling just can't hold up on. That one that's inside, that was a good 6 inches inside, and he's just looking for it in there to just bail and wail.
3-2, swinging a little soft tap foul. He got a piece of the changeup to stay alive. He'll see at least 10 pitches. You're not going to see many at-bats like this, of this length, against Messick. Works third base side of the rubber. Stands at a slight angle to home plate. Lifts the glove. Step back with the right foot. Lifts the right leg and drives to home plate. Changeup gets a swing and miss. 10th pitch of the at-bat. Matt Vierling strikes out to start the third.
Yeah, you can see right there, 3-2, and just all of that as you're describing his motion and how quick it is. And that arm is just, it's so deceptive. And then that changeup comes in at 86 miles an hour, and you think it's going to be 96 miles an hour.
Kevin McGonigal takes the slider away, walking a single for McGonigal in the game last night. Curveball got him first time up. 3 strikeouts now, 10 batters in for Parker Messick. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Ooh, a tough matchup for lefty. He has really buried lefties this year. Again, 213 with no power. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Appealed to third. Tom Hanahan says he did not. Ron Culp was the home plate umpire today. He's the crew chief. Scott Berry at first. Manny Gonzalez at second. That was Tom Hanahan at third on the appeal. 2-1 Tigers, bottom of the third. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up from shadow up into sunshine by second base. Who's going to take charge? It's going to be Rocchio taking charge. Bazzana was dancing all around behind him. I thought at some point he might just push Rocchio out of the way. But instead, Rocchio makes the catch over on the right field side of second base.
I thought both of them were calling it, and Bazzana was standing on the outfield grass, and Rocchio ended up catching it just to the right of second base.
Today's game brought to you in part by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. Jahmai Jones takes changeup in the dirt. Struck out first time up on a 1-2 pitch. Got him with the changeup, the 1-0 pitch here. Slider misses low and in. 2-run home run. Spencer Torkelson last inning has given the Tigers a 2-1 lead. Messick into his motion, working quickly. 2-0, swinging a ground ball foul just outside the bag at third. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Messick gets the sign from the veteran, Hedges into his motion, the 2-1. Away. So Sun on the field right now. It's an issue for Kwan in left and Schneemann in center, especially if Schneemann has to run to the left center field gap. Everything from right center to left, or right center to the right field line is in shadow. Jones takes sinker low and away, works Messick for a walk. Messick is not going to walk many. A walk rate of 2, a strikeout rate almost 10 per 9. Coming into this game today, Dingler hit the ball hard. This is when the good swing started. Dingler, a hot shot to third to start the second inning. 4 hard hit balls that inning. First pitch slider low and in. Guardians in their road grades with the block lettering Cleveland, their new font a few years ago in dark blue outlined in red. Tigers in their classic home whites with the oldest team insignia in use, the old English D. Change up down, it's now 2-0 on Dingler. Tigers trying to add to a 2-1 lead. Just haven't had many innings with traffic to put pressure on opposing pitchers of late. 2-0, swinging a foul out of play. I think that's been the biggest thing, Dan. There have been some games where they would leave a lot of men on base and couldn't get the big hit with men on base, and lately it's just been there hasn't been traffic to put a little pressure on.
No, and like you were talking to, the last couple, just not a lot of hard contact either.
Still the good hitters count for Dingler, the 2-1. Up and away. 93 on the four-seam fastball. Outfield plays Dingler to pull, so that puts Schneemann in center field a few steps toward left center. Kwan in left actually shades toward the left center field gap, so they're kind of pinching the left center field gap. 3-1, swinging a ground ball to short. Rocchio down to a knee, will field and flip to second base to Bazzana for the force on Jones. Putout goes 6-4. The Tigers get a walk and no more. Some long at-bats, but for Parker Messick and the Guardians. We head to the fourth inning. Tigers trying to even the series at a game apiece. They've got a 2-1 lead after 3 on the Detroit Tigers radio network, presented by Meijer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
One call to the Mike Morse Law Firm gets you access to justice. And for many, that's justice after a car or truck crash. But that's not all we do. We handle every type of personal injury case, from police brutality, slip and fall, birth trauma, wrongful death, dog fights, and many more. If you've been wronged, it's our goal to make it right. We have the resources and staff to get you the justice you deserve. Who you hire matters. 855-MIKE-WINS.
For every Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Fourth inning is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. 4-5-6 hitters Manzardo, Bazzana, and Martinez, two lefties and a switch hitter batting lefty. Zardo comes in hitting .220 with some power. There's a lot of swing and miss in this bat. First pitch sinker misses away. First 12 batters, 10. First pitch strikes for Cater Montero. The 1-0. Curveball down. He's been mixing the pitches really well, Danny. He's stolen 5 of those first pitch strikes with either the knuckle curve or the slider. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's been using the fastball and changeup, but use all pitches.
Swinging a foul out of play, 2-1 on Manzardo.
Yeah, never fall into that pattern, and if you can throw strikes with all 5 pitches, I mean, that's going to be just the same way as the Tigers trying to cover Messick.
Yep.
Very difficult for the Guardians to cover everything that Montero is featuring.
The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to third. Tom Hanahan says he did not. Line drive single from Manzardo on a 3-2 pitch. First time up, he just got a fastball and didn't miss. It's a good call on the check swing. He did check it in time. Montero third base side into his motion. 3-1. Slider is low. Manzardo, who again does not do any damage against righties, has seen 2 3-ball counts and draws the second walk issued by Cater Montero. That's usually the limit for Montero. 2 walks. He has not walked more than 2 in a game this year. Again, this is a team that's going to wait you out. They're not going to chase. They're going to draw walks. Bazzana takes first pitch slider, strike 1. 6 first pitch strike stolen with a slider or curveball tonight. The strike 1. Swinging a fly ball, right field. That one's deep. Perez to the wall, and that ball is gone. A home run. Travis Bazzana, just his second home run after the walk. And it's a 3-2 lead for the Guardians here in the 4th.
Those leadoff walks are never good, and he's been throwing the changeup so well, and he finally yanked one and pulled it inside. He wanted that down and away. Dingler is set up on that outside part of the plate, just held onto it too long. It swung right back onto the inside part of the plate. Bazzana just got underneath it for the 2-run homer.
Swinging a pop foul out of play on Angel Martinez. He's given this lineup a boost in the power department. Guardians for a long time, the last several years, one of the best teams in contact rate, but it was always a low hard hit rate and low power numbers. That's changed this year because of guys like Martinez. Ground ball, 2-hopper to Hayu Lee. Fields it in the midsection. Flips it to Torkelson. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Instant replay brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Every game, if you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Again, Montero does a very good job working quick innings, attacking hitters. Pitch count is beginning to climb here in the fourth inning. Season high 3 walks in this game. Kwan takes a pitch outside. Lots of first pitch strikes, but the walk hurts him. His third walk hurts him here in the fourth. Slider away, 2-0 on Stephen Kwan. First pitch swinging first time up. Sacrifice fly brought home the first run for Cleveland. Walked twice against yesterday's starter Framber Valdez, a third time against another lefty, Brant Herter. Got the force field up again tonight. It's now 3-0. Man, you got to be able to attack this guy, Dan. There's no threat in this bat. He's hitting 200 with no power. Off to a terrible start. Bat to ball skills, but there's not much behind that swing, and he walks on 4 pitches for the 4th time in 2 games.
You know, Dan, Gator's been losing a lot of fastballs to the up and away from the left-handed hitters, which generally means you're falling off and your arm isn't catching up and it's shooting up and away. But he's both the sinker and the four-seamer. You know, he's thrown a couple of them for first pitch strikes, but really not really getting a whole lot of swings or called strikes on that, losing a lot of them up and away.
Boy, it's rare to have a first pitch strike rate of 75%, 12 for 16. And the strike throwing is barely 50-50. 63 pitches, 34 strikes, 29 balls. Usually that kind of first pitch strike throwing leads to a very good night. And now Kader Montero has walked 4. He hadn't walked more than 2 in any of his 8 starts. 3-2 Guardians. Now this becomes a big moment. Hedges at the plate. Tapper to first base. First time up, good play by Torque, leading Montero to the bag for a 3-1 putout. First pitch sinker 96 gets a swing and miss. 4 walks, 1 strikeout for Kader Montero. Strikeout updates brought to you by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. 3-2 Cleveland. Still just 1 out here in the 4th. The strike 1. Hedges swings and pops it up, playable by third base into foul territory. McGonigal comes over, makes the catch right through that third base coach's box. 2 outs, and that brings up the dangerous, might be the most dangerous number 9 hitter in baseball right now, Brian Rocchio.
And I just continue to just love that number 9 spot for this particular reason right here. When you've got a really good hitter right before your lineup flips over, and you got Jose Ramirez just 2 in back of this guy,
Yep.
and this guy can get on base and do a lot of different things, steal a base for you at that number 9 spot. It's a big, valuable weapon.
Flip over to first to drive Kwan back. Kwan is a base-stealing threat. He just hasn't been on much this year, so far, just 2 steals. This combination, Montero-Dingler, so far this year has stopped opposing running games. Knuckle curve, strike called. Rocchio, fly ball to center. He hit the ball hard first time up, drove it deep to center field, but that's not his forte. Driving the ball in the air. More of a line drive guy. Again, an impressive improvement in the strikeout department, cutting his strikeout rate in half. Good bat to ball skills. Sinker, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. 18 walks, 18 strikeouts going into play tonight. McGonigal with 2 strikes will go off the line, shade really right at the hole between short and third, with Short up the middle at shortstop. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball softly to center field. Matt Vierling comes in a few steps under it, makes the catch for the 3rd out in the 4th inning. 2-run home run for Travis Bazzana, his 2nd in the major leagues, gives the Guardians a lead. Tigers match 4th inning, down 3-2. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Michigan residents get $1,000 lease cash on a 2026 Sierra Light Duty Elevation Crew Cab with a Turbo Max engine. And now, well-qualified GM employees with a current eligible GMC lease use it during GMC Truck Month to get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for $199 per month with 4019 due at signing. That's $199 per month with 4019 due at signing. Must be a current lessee of a 2021 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit GMCofferinfo.com for details.
Since 1927, Gallagher has been serving the communities where we live and work. We partner with businesses of every size to provide insurance, risk management, and benefit solutions that prepare them for what's next. Whether you are on Main Street or across the globe, we're ready to help you take on any challenge. As a proud partner of the Detroit Tigers, we bring that same commitment to Detroit and all of Michigan. Dedicated to partnering with you to face the future with confidence. Learn more at ajg.com. Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valena here. If you're looking for a great trip to plan, go do something fun, how about Vegas? The D.com, the D Las Vegas. It's your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Parker Messick facing Riley Green. First pitch fastball in at 91. Fouled out of play. Stan mentioned the average fastball for Parker Messick was just a tick. The four-seam fastball under 94 coming in. And it has not been near that tonight. Slider low and outside. Green walked ahead of a Torkelson home run in the second inning. That got the Tigers on the board in a 2-1 lead. Fastball called the strike. Riley Green challenges. And he's going to win this challenge. He hasn't been low and outside indeed. He hasn't been the most confident challenger, has he, Dan? But he was very confident there. I like that.
Yeah, and I that's what makes it so hard, because live I looked and I said, man, that looks really, really good. And sure enough, it's a good ball off the plate.
2-1, swing and a miss, and a fastball 92 in. Man, that's a pitch that he can absolutely do damage on. The 2-2, low and away, changeup misses, 3-2. So second time through, and Messick gets a little more hittable each trip through opposing lineups. Tigers definitely had longer at-bats the first four batters, second trip through. 3-2 pitch here, swing and a line drive into left. It's going to drop for a base hit. Thought it might stay up and to allow Kwan to make the catch, but Riley Green drills it into left field. He has reached 6 times in 6 trips to the plate in this series.
Boy, when you see Stephen Kwan out there and it's hitting his direction, you always get a little nervous. And that one, he had aspirations of catching it and then quickly shut it down when he realized that, no, I'm not going to get that one.
Boy, Riley Green's swing it's just finally tuned right now, isn't it?
Isn't that a pretty swing, that last one?
Oh, we just saw a great side view. Torkelson takes a pitch away. Jumped on a first pitch fastball in, a sinker in, and he drilled it till there was a four-seamer in. Drilled it to left field into the Tigers bullpen. 7th home run of the year. The 1-0. Changeup away. He just wants to see the offering. He just wants to get Messick up, and first time he saw a pitch up was his first pitch, and he hit it for a home run. Got the good hitters count here. Need to get this bat going. The 2-0. Ground ball softly fouled on the third base line. 3-2 Cleveland in the bottom of the 4th inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Corwell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. Home run power noticeably absent for these Tigers over the last 3 weeks. Just 11 in 19 games. The 2-1. Swinging a foul out of play. That fastball got on him quick. 2-1. He's looking fastball, and he was late.
Yeah, I think he's being a lot more careful to make sure he keeps that ball out over the plate. And Torque proved to him the last time that he can hit that one on the inside part of the plate.
Starting to get a little more on that four-seam fastball. Last two have been 93, 94. Riley Green hit the 94 for a single. Bazana at second, shades up the middle. The outfield plays Torques to pull. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Changeup got him. one out. That brings up Wenzel Perez. Schneemann in center will play into pole just slightly. The big improvement for Wenzel, as we talked about a lot last year, was from the right side, as in major improvements. Wenzel Perez takes a first pitch sinker low, and so far this year, as a right-handed batter, is hitting just 190. But even more struggles from the left side. The 1-0. Sinker for a strike, 1-1.
Boy, it's almost identical with Wenzel lining that single into left field the last time on a pitch on the inner part of the plate, and Messick is treating him just like Spencer Torkelson, staying away from him.
1-1, swinging a foul off his foot. Struggles has been well detailed over these last 19 games. Tigers averaging just 3 runs a game in that time. What you really noticed, Dan, it's just there's not any real length to this lineup. AJ looking for different ways to kind of provide some length. Riley Green hitting 4th and 5th. But with Torkelson quiet until tonight, Perez quiet, there's just not a lot that opposing teams have to worry about after those top 4 spots or 5 spots. Perez swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball. Best of the night, arguably, for Parker Messick at 95. 5th strikeout for Messick, and they have all been on swinging third strikes. First pitch sinker to Hyu Lee's a little bit low, ball 1. 3-2 Cleveland in the bottom of the 4th. Lee hitting 196 in his early at-bats. So far, just the 1 home run, that dramatic pinch hit home run in Cincinnati. Lee takes a pitch a little bit low. Just over 50 at-bats for Hyu Lee. Low walks. A little bit of swing and miss. Only 4 walks so far. Swinging line drive into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Fielded by Martinez. Riley Green will stop at second base. Martinez has a good arm. Gets it in. Sharp single for Hyu Lee on the 2-0. And the Tigers have a couple of men on for Zach Short.
Another good swing by Hyu Lee. He got a pitch up and away from him the last time. Hit a ball over to right field. And that time another one up and away from him. Did a nice job of lining that into right field.
This would be a great time for Zach Short to get his first hit of the year. Lined out first time up on a 1-1 pitch. Single here could tie the game. Extra base hit. Tigers could take the lead. Short takes. Change up away. Ball 1. Green at second, Lee at first, Bazana up the middle. Nobody really trying to shorten the lead for Riley. The 1-0. Sinker away. Doesn't feel like Zach ever really gets into a good hitter's count. We know he's got pop.
I was saying something inside, something down and into him.
Messick checks Green, the 2-0. Strike call, throw to first, and he went by the glove of Manzardo and down the right field line. Riley Green coming home. Martinez has a good arm, throw to the plate, way offline. Head first slide. Tigers tie it up.
Wow.
Hedges tried a back pick last night and picked off Riley Green. Tonight the throw went right by Manzardo down the right field line, and the Tigers have tied it up. Lee stops at second.
And they had Hyu Lee dead at first base. Austin Hedges throwing from his knees and trying to hit Manzardo on the run, and it was a little bit behind him, and he just couldn't keep it in front of him or knock it down, allowing Riley Green to score. But Hyu Lee was dead bright.
2-1 sinker, swing and a miss. That was right there for Zach Short. Lee's in scoring position. Single could give the Tigers a lead. 3-3 game in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball up. Zach Short strikes out. Tigers tied the throwing error on Hedges. We head to the fifth inning in a 3-3 game on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Hi, Tigers fans. It's Dan Dickerson. Quality health care. It's something uniquely personal and essential to each, and cost go together because the cost of health care impacts the affordability of health insurance and the health care decisions we make, whether we're managing our family's budget or running a business. We need health care to be affordable, and we need information to understand why costs keep rising. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan has been sharing helpful information at mibluedaily.com/affordability. It makes clear how upstream costs in an expensive system of hospitals, doctors, and drug makers end up downstream in our health insurance premiums. And it helps highlight the solutions that Blue Cross is working on, like partnering with every part of the healthcare system, improving quality of care, developing lower-price prescription drug therapies, and reducing its own administrative costs by $420 million. You can learn more at mibluedaily.com/affordability.
Since 1982, Corporate Eagle has defined fractional aviation. Exclusively Detroit, exclusively yours. No out-of-town program can match the personal service we deliver right here at home. Locally based, proudly employee-owned. Every aircraft, every detail, every flight managed by your dedicated Detroit team. This is members-only aviation. Corporate Eagle.
Northville Lumber is Michigan's Trex decking leader in the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. NorthvilleLumber.com.
Daniel Schneemann leads off for the Guardians. 3-3 game, top of the fifth inning. First pitch, good slider. Swing and a miss. Schneemann saw just 5 pitches, first 2 at-bats. A pop-up and a routine fly to center field last time up. Hands tight to the left shoulders. He cocks the bat over it. Fastball away at 94. Swing and a miss. Or swing and a foul out of play late on the fastball away. Well, some great news from Lakeland where Troy Melton was making his start. Dan, it is the 19th of May. Troy Melton is eligible to come off the 60-day IL. Let's see, 6 days from now. Foul to the screen. Tigers wanted to get him more ups. Remember last time he pitched just into the third inning, so 3 ups and a kind of a low pitch count. Didn't last long in his last outing. Ground ball up the middle. That'll be backhanded by Hao-Yu Lee. He'll turn, throw, got him! Fine play! Hao-Yu Lee, pump of the fist as he ends up in shallow left field. Ranging far to his right, he had to throw against his body's momentum, and he made a great play.
That's it exactly. I mean, he was on a dead sprint towards left field, able to backhand that ball right his body and then get a lot on that throw with an off-balance on-the-run throw. Fine play to get that first out of the inning.
Put a star next to that. Jose Ramirez takes a pitch away. 3-3 game. We're in the fifth inning. So Troy Melton working his way back. 5 innings of work in Lakeland today. Went there instead of Toledo because of concerns about rainy weather here in the north. Ramirez swings at a slider, fouls it out of play. 5 innings, 1 run on 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts, 63 pitches, 46 strikes, 12 swings and misses. That's a lot of swing and miss. Of course, it was a ball, but still, the stuff was good by all accounts. We're going to pop up, and Dylan Dingle will come back, and right at the brick wall, ball pops out of his glove. That was not an easy play. I think that ball came back to him. He was right by the screen. And it just, out of his reach, tipped off his glove.
Yeah, he's fighting that ball coming back, the screen, the brick wall.
Right over the screen.
Boy, just thinking what an out that would have been. Get a foul pop-up on Jose Ramirez for the second out.
Ramirez with a walk and a pop-out tonight, the 1-2. Swing and a foul just gives you such a tough at-bat. The average velocity on Troy Melton's fastball tonight was 96.5. That's a nice number.
Oh, you're nice and loose down there in that nice Florida weather. Got a
Max
good sweat
fastball,
going.
touched 98 tonight. The 1-2 changeup misses up and away. He's been missing high with that changeup. Might want to shelve that against this guy. If you leave another one up out over the plate, it can do damage. Batting from his weaker left side. 2-2 is swinging a pop-up into shallow right field. Once Perez will wave his arms, come in and make the catch for the second out. Danny mixed 6 different pitches, 2 types of fastballs, and then sliders, curveballs, with an occasional splitter and cutter. 6 different pitches for Troy Melton. What do you think? Does he need one more? Got 5 ups tonight.
I would say absolutely
back.
not. I mean, if he's eligible in 6 days.
Slider on the back door to DeLauder, misses away, ball 1.
And with the 5 ups and how many pitches? 63.
63.
You know that he can go 75 his next time out.
Yep. I'm with you. Eligible to come off in 6 days. Why make another? Swing and a miss. Yes, it was a ball, guys, but what the Tigers are looking at is what was the stuff. And clearly, the arm is loose. The fastball is lively. 6-pitch mix. The 1-1 to DeLauder. Swing and a foul over the screen down below us. We're perched above home plate, but we're almost directly behind home plate. A great vantage point in this beautiful ballpark. Sun has left the playing surface. Now shining on just the DAC out in straightaway center. 1-2. DeLauder swings and fouls another one out of play. Pitch count is climbing into the low 80s. That's kind of an average pitch count through 5 would be right around 80. Tiger bullpen is beginning to get loose. Is that Brand Herder?
Or is it Tyler? Look like Tyler.
The 1-2 is swinging a foul straight back. Tyler Holton getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. Count is still 1-2 on DeLauder. He's going to see at least 6 pitches in this trip to the plate. He has struck out and grounded out. 3-3 game. We're in the top of the 5th. Tigers badly in need of a win. Win tonight would even the series at a game apiece. The 1-2 swinging a pop-up off the knuckle curve. Kevin McGonigal onto the outfield grass, waving his arms, makes the catch about 10 feet from the infield dirt. DeLauder pops out, and that is a nice 1-2-3. Theodore Montero ahead of the bottom of the 5th inning in a 3-3 game. Tigers and Guardians. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
It starts small, a tight feeling in your chest, a pain in your knee that makes it hard to walk, or questions about your pregnancy. When you need care, finding a doctor who takes Medicaid shouldn't be a challenge. At McLaren, we make it simple. We proudly accept Medicaid and help you find the right specialist so you can get the care you need without the stress. When Medicaid matters, trust McLaren for your care. Find your specialist at mclaren.org/Medicaid matters.
One bite of 100% Angus beef ballpark frank, and you'll say, hello, summer. Ballpark Franks. They plump when you cook them. It's time to take a bite out of summer and fire up the grill, America, because, oh yeah, it's ballpark season.
Take me out to the ball game. Hey, Tigers fans, the Michigan Lottery has something to sing about. Introducing the Detroit Tigers games, a Tigers instant ticket and 2 online games.
Buy me some Tigers games, wish me luck.
Maybe I'll win $500,000.
Enjoy your favorite pastime and a chance to strike it rich.
So let's root for the Tigers.
With 1, 2, 3 ways to play. The new Detroit Tigers games, only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Davey Tree and the Detroit Tigers are excited to present triples for trees. 3 trees planted for every Tigers. Trees planted for every Tigers triple this season. That's 99 trees and counting.
Matt Bierling leads off for the Tigers. First pitch from Parker Messick. Down and in. Top of the order. Bierling in the leadoff spot tonight. A.J. Hinch continuing to tinker with the lineup. Trying to get this offense going. Fastball fouled out of play. 90-mile-an-hour sinker. Matt has hit a fly ball to left. 10-pitch battle last time up. Ended on a strikeout with a changeup on pitch number 10. Changeup misses up and away here. 2-1. McGonigal and Jones to follow here in the fifth inning. Pitch count at 70 to start the inning for Parker Messick. That's on the high side through 4, especially for him. 2-1. Curveball. Matt Bierling took a cut, fouled it out of play. Frustrated with himself, felt he had an opportunity. Fifth inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. The 2-2. Change up away. That's a good take.
It was.
Again, got him on a changeup last time up. He's been vulnerable to high fastballs. What does he get here on the 3-2? Messick into his motion. Herky-jerky. 3-2 up and away. Tried the high fastball, but missed. Leadoff walk here in the fifth inning in a 3-3 game. Let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Only the third time this year that Parker Messick has walked as many as 3 batters. That's the most he has walked in a game in his now 10 starts. Kevin McGonigal takes a slider low and outside.
Went 2 of those just leading off an inning, too. You never want to lead off an inning with a walk. That led to the, right before Tork's home run, the walk to Riley Green.
Snap throw to first to drive Bierling back. Messick, in 16 Major League starts, has allowed 0 steals. That's a lefty who pays attention to the running game. Ramirez in tight at third. McGonigal waiting, the 1-0. Fastball didn't miss by much. 2-0. Third time Kevin McGonigal facing a pitcher he's never seen before. He saw 8 pitches in his first 2 trips to the plate. All of that going to the computer bank. The 2-0. Swinging a high fly ball to right field, too high. I feel like he might have just missed that slider. That ball is going to die in shallow right field. Ends up being just a pop-up to right field for Kevin McGonigal. 1 on, 1 out for Jahmai Jones. Matt Festa getting loose in the Cleveland bullpen. Again, the average start from Messick has been 6 innings this year and 91 pitches. Hedges maybe going out to buy a little time. Jahmai Jones has walked and struck out tonight. Let's check some scores in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Philadelphia at home against Cincinnati. Since he has a 2-1 lead, that game's in the top of the 6th inning. Philadelphia has come from a long way back. They were 8 games below the 500 mark. They put together quite a nice little stretch. They're 25-23 going into play tonight. 14-4 in their last 18 games. 2-1, they're down in the top of the 6th inning. I think I saw yesterday they're 18-4 now.
I thought it was 16-4 under Mattingly.
16-4,
yeah.
Jahmai Jones batting, first pitch, line drive right to second base, and they will double off Matt Bierling. Bazana flipped it over to first. Matt Bierling wasn't taking into account the positioning of Bazana. He was right up the middle and just waited for that line drive and easily doubled off first. We go to the 6th inning. 3-3 Tigers Radio Network presented by Meijer.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC.
We are Figer Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. For over 70 years, Figer Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Figer Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein. Get the Bernstein advantage and get respect.
R-E-S-P-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and experience the Demmer difference. Get Montero's night is done. 3-3 game. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Kitchen change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Tyler Holton takes over on the mound. His 21st appearance of the year. First pitch sweeper to Manzardo. Misses inside ball 1. So being brought in the part of the lineup. 2 lefties. Switch hitter who will turn around and bat righty, and then another lefty. Sinker away. He has been at his best, Dan, when he had a little stretch there, been a struggle, gave up 13 hits in 6 innings and 8 runs, and then A.J. was finding nice pockets of lefties for him. And it looked like he was getting back on track. Now the last 2 outings, again, he's been a little more hittable, but really nice outings. 2 in Kansas City and 1 against the Mets. He was mowing down lefties. The 2-1. Sweeper misses in 3-1.
And that's exactly why A.J. Hinch brought him in. And this, you figured that he's got 8 left-handed hitters in this lineup, including the switch hitters, that he's got a nice pocket here. Got to come in and get those left-handed hitters out.
3-1, swing and a miss. Sinker up and in. Just feels like missing with some location. The strike throwing has been a little bit off. It kind of comes and goes this year for Tyler Holton. This is a really important arm to kind of get back on track and get into that good groove that we know he can get into. 3-2, got him with a sinker on the outside edge. Little swing back, glove side to the lefty.
You start throwing pitches like that, you're going to get a lot of people out. And that's what makes Tyler Holton so good, when he can spot all of his pitches, and that one was spotted perfectly on the outside corner. Then if he can just use the cutter and the sweeper to the left-handers, he'll get plenty of those left-handed hitters out.
Sinker away to the lefty Bazana. So again, it's not only picking a pocket with lefties, it's knowing that the opposing manager, what he's going to do with those lefties. Is he going to pinch hit for them or not? He knows that Stephen Vogt is not going to pinch hit for either Manzardo, likely in the 6th inning, not going to pinch hit for Bazana, who hits lefties better than righties, and he's not going to pinch hit for Kwan. The 2-0. Sweeper misses low and away. 3-0. Bazana with a walk and a 2-run home run.
And he knows later in the game, too, there's generally going to be right-handers coming out of that Tigers bullpen, and he's going to want those left-handed bats instead of a Reese Hoskins.
3-0 strike.
Or
it's
a
always
David
part
Fry.
of the equation.
Yeah, you bet. You know, here in the 6th inning, he's just saying, you know, with De Jesus pitching yesterday, and I think he's been thrown the last 2, so he's probably down. Herter.
3-1, fouled over the screen right below us. 3-2 on Bazana.
Herter pitching yesterday, so I think Stephen Vogt has just taken a shot that, nope, that's going to be a Finnegan, a Vest, a Kenley Jansen, so I'm going to keep my left-handers in there.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield plays this lefty to go the opposite way. Sweeper backs up and gets the called third strike. Bazzana frozen by the Holton sweeper. He fell behind 3-0 and bounced back to get the strikeout.
Boy, that's just good to see. Tyler Holton fooling two hitters. Both lefties on the sinker on the outside part of the plate, and then that sweeper that started right at Bazzana and just froze him and got the inside part of the plate.
It's one of the better sweepers we've seen him throw all year, Dan.
Yeah, yep.
Wow. $21,239 here at Comerica Park for Game 2 of this series. Ground ball to short. Zach Short will scoop it up. Fire across the diamond to Torkelson on a 1-0. Angel Martinez grounds out, and Tyler Holton works a nice 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. Tigers pregame with Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
It starts at sunrise. For over 60 years, National Coney Island has been making the good stuff. From the classic Coney dog to our original chicken honey and award-winning chili. We serve up value in every mouth-watering meal every day. Family-owned goodness that is always fast, fresh, and friendly. Dine in or order online at NationalConeyIsland.com. National Coney Island is proud to be the official chili of the Detroit Tigers.
Hey, Matt Vierling here. From the stands, people see the highlights. Home runs, stolen bases, diving catches. What they don't see is the preparation to be ready for the unexpected. That's how I look at my car, too. Repairs can hit out of nowhere, and they're not cheap. With CarShield, you get the best defense against costly car repairs. When something goes wrong, you're not scrambling. You've got a plan. A CarShield plan.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Looking for a healthcare provider? Go to mclaren.org/primary care to find a doctor near you.
Colin Holderman is the new pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians. New face for us. Been in the National League with the Mets, Pittsburgh. First year with Cleveland. Had a rough year with Pittsburgh, only 25 innings of work. And Cleveland said, you know what? We like this guy. We think he can help us. And Dan, in 11 games, pitching multiple innings at a time, he's been really good.
He has.
Dylan Dingler batting, first pitch. Sinker for a strike at 97. 4, 5, 6 hitters, Dingler, Green, and Torkelson. Pitching change brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm.
He's been getting everybody out. Lefties are hitting 133, 4 for 30. And then right-handers, 143, 4 for 28.
So better.
Man.
That's pretty good work.
Sinker, sweeper, and we'll throw a little bit more curveballs to lefties. Ooh.
Sinker with serious bowling ball action. Eats up Dingler. Down and in. No balls and 2 strikes. Whoa. That's got some serious run. Arm side run. Soft ground ball foul on a sweeper away. Sinker 98 with that kind of movement. Then you can sweep it away. That'll get some people out.
Yeah. I mean, that's just talking about crisscrossing. I mean, you got that coming right at the right-handed hitters, and then that sweeper going right away from them. I mean, starting right down the middle, and you don't know which way it's going.
The 0-2. Sweeper backs up. Dingler takes. Knew he couldn't do anything with it. Guardians have that ability of taking guys and making them better. Rays have done it for years. Tigers starting to fall into that group as well. The 1-2, swinging a slicing drive deep down the right field line, well back. Still 1-2 on Dylan Dingler. Is grounded out, hit it hard first time up, and then a routine ground ball out last time up. What the Guardians have done with this young man is got him into the strike zone. He's throwing strikes. Lowest walk rate of his career with the best strikeout rate of his career in 16 innings. 1-2 ground ball, wide of third, gobbled up by Ramirez, far to the glove side, bounces the throw, great pickup by Manzardo at first, fine, 5-3 put out, good on both ends, the range for Ramirez, the scoop by Manzardo.
Yeah, that was, Jose Ramirez ranged far to his left to grab that ball and then took a little bit of extra time to right his body, but still threw it in the dirt, and Manzardo, a fine pickup over there to get the leadoff runner, leadoff hitter.
3-3 game, line drive to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit for Riley Green. Lefties 4 for 30, make it 5 for 31. Riley Green has reached 7 times in 7 trips to the plate in the 2 games.
How about these swings, though? I mean, that's another beautiful swing. Last time up, I mean, just a nice head down. Not that typical big uppercut swing, just a nice, level cut right back up the middle. Man, that's 2 really perfect swings. Beautiful to watch.
Torkelson at the plate. First pitch sweeper outside, ball 1. That's a potential go-ahead run at first base in the form of Riley Green. Walk, single for him tonight. The only other hits, Torkelson with a home run, Perez with a single, and Lee with a single. Torque swings, fouls the sinker out of play. Man, just can't picture anybody. I mean, even getting the ball in the air, just getting it off the ground with that much sink at 98, that's a feat in and of itself. The one thing you do notice, Holderman gives up some line drives and some hard contact. He's not an extreme ground ball guy. Sweeper away, swing and a miss, 1-2. Torque's home run is 7th of the year to go with 17 RBIs. Added those 2 RBIs, so now 7 and 19. Swing and a miss. Sweeper away. Team's been really pounding him with breaking balls away. Sliders and sweepers lately, Dan.
Yeah, and that was so well set up on the foul ball. He got the sinker that was out over the plate, so it's kind of running back over. He fouled it off, then followed it up with 2 perfect sweepers. And he's just thinking that, okay, there's that swing back sinker that I fouled off, and it just kept biting away from him. Swung through both of them.
Sweeper away. 6th inning is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and experience the Demmer difference. 3-3 game. We're in the 6th inning. Running the 2nd for Cleveland. 2 in the bottom of that inning on the Torkelson home run. Tigers had a brief 2-1 lead. Perez swings. It's a fly ball slicing down the left field line. Long run for Kwan. Sprinting, sliding, and disappearing from our view. And he made the catch.
Wow.
Incredible play, sprinting to the line. Didn't think he had a chance. Seeing the wall, sliding, there's no foul territory. Bumps gently into the wall on the slide. That's as good a play as you will see. Some really good defense in this game tonight. That's one of the best plays. We head to the 7th inning in a 3-3 game. It's the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meijer.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
McDonald's breakfast is always the move. Whether it's a flaky bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, a savory steak, egg, and cheese bagel, or a sausage McMuffin with egg, you can't go wrong. And participate in McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Is your game plan to buy or refi a home this year? Your winning play starts with a local mortgage broker. You'll get expert guidance from someone who knows your area and could save you thousands of dollars. So take the win. Go to mortgagematchup.com and put in your zip code to match with a home loan expert in your neighborhood. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage, LLC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 3038. Licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
Hi, baseball fans. This is Mark Snethkamp of the Snethkamp Automotive family. We have served Michigan customers for over 100 years. We opened our first dealership on Gratiot Avenue in 1926. And 4 generations later, Snethkamp is still the name to trust when buying your next new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Visit us during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now at one of our 4 great Snethkamp locations, Highland Park, Gaylord, Midland, or Redford.
The Hexa Sheets? Think made-to-order food, snacks, drinks, essentials, and fuel, all in one stop. And always open when you need us.
Fly ball to right field off the bat of Juan. Perez goes back, jumps at the wall, can't get it. Juan just missed, hitting his second home run of the year. The ball falls to the ground. Perez gets it in, but Stephen Juan leads off the 7th inning with a double. Almost gave the Guardians the lead.
Boy, it just looked like Wenzel was just
I think he saved the home run.
Yeah, because it was his glove was above the yellow line and hit right off that pinky of his glove and then hit the yellow line. But he was just timing his leap perfectly and then just went up, and I thought he was going to make the catch.
Austin Hedges squares and bunts. Called the ball. Challenged by Dylan Dingler, and it is a ball. We haven't seen Dylan Dingler miss by that much all year.
I think, again, that the bat head being out there too, he's got a lot to deal with. Watching the pitch come in and then that bat right out in front of him and then Hedges pulling it back.
Hedges bunts. It's a perfect bunt, of course. Down the third base line, McGonigal will field and flip to Hyer Lee covering first. Another successful sacrifice. Guardians not only asked to bunt, but they execute the bunt. It feels like, Dan, every single time.
Yeah, they that's 2 fine bunts. One in the first, what was the first inning? Second inning, and now one, and both of them were perfectly laid down.
Rocchio at the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. Playing to the aggressiveness with a man at third and less than 2 outs. Chase to change up away.
I was thinking right here, just you give him one swing, but it wouldn't surprise me if he laid one down either.
Right.
Just a safety squeeze.
Infield in tight. Zach Short shades over toward third base. McGonigal's at third. The strike one. Cutter down and in. Will Vest getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Juan runs well. The 1-1. Ground ball to third. Diving stop by Zach Short and went to the ground. He popped up. He had no chance to get Juan, who was off on contact. Throws to first to get the sure out. Juan scores 4-3. Cleveland. Small ball works again for the Guardians.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're going to give up outs, but you've got to be able to capitalize when you do get that runner to third with less than 2 outs. And the Guardians have done that on 2 occasions.
2 outs. Daniel Schneemann at the plate. Sinker up and in, swing and a miss. 7th inning is brought to you by Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Snethkamp Automotive family celebrating 100 years in 4 great Michigan locations. Strike one, ground ball softly to Lee. Charges, fields a knee-high bounce, flips it to Torkelson from about 25 feet away. Schneemann bounces out. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Guardians manufacture a run. Another sacrifice bunt leads to a time. Brought to you by DTE. Score energy savings this season. Manage your energy bill when you visit DTEenergy.com/save energy. 4-3 Guardians at the stretch. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
At Trinity Health, we believe every step, swing, and stride matters. Our orthopedic experts see you as a whole person and will create a treatment plan specific to your needs. Whatever your activity, you deserve to move pain-free. Using the latest surgical and non-surgical treatments and technology, our experienced and compassionate care team is here to get you back to what you love. Visit trinityhealthmi.org/ortho. Trinity Health, we see all of you.
Some people seize the day. We prefer to squeeze the day. Meet Limonada Beer, the Sicilian-style Pilsner that's crisp, refreshing, and brewed with just a hint of lemon. At 4% ABV, Limonada is easy drinking and brewed right here in Michigan at Dark Horse Brewery. Inspired by the Sicilian way of life. To slow down, stay a little longer, laugh a little louder, and squeeze every moment out of the day. Limonada Beer, Sicilian-inspired, Michigan-made. Find Limonada at the ballpark, Meijer stores, and local retailers near you.
Your summer starts here in the stylishly affordable Toyota Corolla. Now through June 1st, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Corolla or Corolla Hybrid. Excludes GR and Corolla Cross models. Or lease a new gas-powered Corolla LE for $209 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax title and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Experience the difference at Clean Express Auto Wash and join our Wash Smart Unlimited Club starting at $20 a month. Official car wash of the Detroit Tigers.
Two lefties in the Cleveland bullpen on the mound. Fly ball left field. This one's deep, but playable for Stephen Kwan. Onto the warning track. One pitch, one hard hit out. Aliu Lee drives Kwan to the warning track with a deep line drive. One pitch, one out, 7th inning. Guardians on top 4-3. Sobrowski making his 24th appearance of the year. You want consistency? 29 innings of work last year, 184 ERA. 20 innings of work this year, 183 ERA. So he's better. And Dan, it's a whole lot of swing and miss for this guy on the mound. Short takes ball one.
Again, I mean, lefties are hitting 087, righties 119.
I mean, some of the numbers for these relievers, kind of ridiculous. Short takes a pitch inside, 2-0.
And your swing and miss, second highest strikeouts per 9 among qualified major league relievers, second only to Mason Miller.
Fastball for a strike. It's not an overpowering fastball.
You talk about strikeouts per 9 innings, and you're mentioned in the same breath as Mason Miller. That's saying something.
Short swings and taps the ball foul down the third base line, so you do not want to be in a 2-strike count. A strikeout rate of 16 per 9. So what is that? That's 36 strikeouts in 20 innings coming in. Some called third strikes, but a lot of swing and miss. Fastball 94 away. Zach Short's going to make you throw him a strike. Struck out, lined out in this game. He's drawn 3 walks. Overdue for that first hit. Tigers down a run. Trying to start something with 1 out in the 7th. 3-2. Checked his swing. Draws a walk. 1 out walk here in the 7th inning. You want any of your late inning leverage guys to stop the running game. Sobrowski is not great at stopping the running game. He's given up 7 steals the last 2 years. That's actually a big number for a guy who doesn't let anybody on base. So perhaps an opportunity for the Tigers. Matt Vierling jumps out of the way of an inside curveball. We have seen the Tigers become more aggressive in the last couple of weeks, especially against pitchers who have a track record of not allowing stolen bases. The 1-0. Vierling swings, pops it up, foul and out of play. 93, and he was late. Final line in this game for Kader Montero. He went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. Final line brought to you by Figer Law. ERA sits at 3.83 after his outing tonight. The 1-1. Vierling swings and fouls it out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning, 4-3 Cleveland. Tigers badly in need of a win. Dropped 10 of their last 12. The 1-2. Curveball rings him up. A called third. Up and in. Looked like Matt wanted to challenge, did not.
Boy, that just started so high I think Matt Vierling says there's no way that's going to come down, and it came down just enough to catch that upper rung of that strike zone right at the letters.
McGonigal at the plate. First pitch fastball. He swings and fouls it out of play. Top four hitters tonight, Vierling, McGonigal, Jones, and Dingler have reached just twice. And they're now 13 trips to the plate. That's been on a couple of walks. One to Vierling, one to Jones. Strike one. Slider high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers got Parker Messick out. After 5 innings, he averages 6. We were impressed with the stuff. 3 runs, 2 earned on 4 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Slider down and away. Immediately challenged by McGonigal. Is called to strike by home plate umpire Ron Kopa. And it was a strike. Tigers are out of challenges.
Yeah, 2 of the surest also.
Yeah.
Dylan Dingler behind the plate and Kevin McGonigal at the plate. Both of them getting denied.
The 1-2 got him. Fastball froze him at 95, outer third. McGonigal takes a called third, 2 called third strikes, ends the 7th. Walk does no harm for Sobrowski and the Guardians. We played 7, 4-3 Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers, America Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein at the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. We know that when you're hurt, hiring a law firm with the most experience can mean the difference between getting everything you deserve or walking away empty-handed. We're Michigan's most experienced personal injury law firm. Our lawyers have over 600 years of collective experience. 600 years. And that matters because more experience means more money and more wins for our clients. Our experience pays. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Michigan's first family of law.
Early detection saves lives. Schedule your cancer screening today at carmanis.org/inspire.
Four-3 Guardians, top of the 8th inning. 8th inning brought to you by Varsity Ford. Visit Varsity Ford in Ann Arbor today. Good to see Will Vest back in the mound. Pitch and change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Will Vest taking the mound for the first time since the end of April.
Yes, it is. You're right. And I know he's been chomping at the bit to get back at it. He did pitch Friday on a rehab assignment. Nine pitches just in 1 inning. They wanted to see a little bit more. Just took him 9 pitches with a strikeout.
First pitch slider strike at 91 to Jose Ramirez. Got a cortisone shot for elbow inflammation. Fastball 97 away. And we had noticed, Dan, that the fastball velocity kind of came and went. His fastball velocity down more than a mile an hour from a year ago. Some of that, remember, he had a bug, and we felt that was part of it in one game. The 0-2, swinging a foul. Really nice action on the changeup low and away.
Yeah, I was really worried about Will Vest when he was talking about it, and he was too, and just said, you know what, it was just an angry angry elbow there for a little bit. That shot did wonders.
The old AE. Ramirez takes a slider low and in. I was worried he was going to be out a while.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised when he came back as quickly as he did. 1-2. Change-up misses down. Just the one rehab assignment. We've seen life on all three of his main offerings. Fastball, change-up, slider in this at-bat. The 2-2. Swing and a foul. 98. We didn't see him reach 98 very often.
No, that's really good to see.
Such an important arm at the back end of this bullpen. 2-2. Swinging a pop-up. Will Vest is coming in. Dingler's going to call him off. No, McGonigal's going to call him off. Did you ever get to field the pop-up as a pitcher?
I did a couple of times. And
who did you call off?
Well,
I don't picture calling Lance off.
I'll just say, no, it was not Lance.
Tony Brookins.
But, nope. There was something about the stadium. I'll give you that hint, and then you'll think about.
Oakland?
Nope.
Chase DeLauder hits a fly ball to left field, playable for Riley Green. He goes back to the track and he'll make the catch 2 steps onto the track. DeLauder hit it a long way for the second out in the 8th inning.
But I'll tell you, it was in Minnesota at the Metrodome.
Oh, and somebody didn't see it.
The catchers can't see it. They flip their mask off and they have to look up and find it.
The ball's the same color. It's a Teflon roof.
Exactly, and so we were taught to just run in there and call them off, and the catchers.
And was it Lance?
No, one was Bill Fahey, one was Bob Boone.
How about that? Manzardo takes a fastball in 96 for a called strike one. But in normal circumstances, the answer to that is no.
Never, no. No, and they were so mad. They were so mad. I'm like,
what do you want me to
sorry.
Do? Manzardo takes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball outside. Couple of scores in the 1-800 Call Sam Studio scoreboard brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Tampa Bay is on a roll, man. Ooh, they are smoking hot right now. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. They've won 19 of 22 after a 12-11 start. Went into play today 31-15. And they've got a 2-1 lead over Baltimore in the bottom of the 7th. They scored 16. Or had it last time I looked, 16 runs in the game last night. They might have scored more. 2-1 is the score in the 7th today. Cincy 4-1 over Philly in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and away. That's a very good return to the mound for Will Vest. Electric fastball right by Manzardo. Tigers trying to get this offense going, trailing 4-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
It's about to heat up. Keep your eye on the ball and listen to what Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical is offering right now. Buy a new furnace or AC and get half off installation. The guys at Mastercraft are there 24/7 for emergency service, and they back their work with a 5-year warranty. Yes, they've got financing options too. Call Mastercraft today. They're the pros for plumbing, electrical, and generators for all those power failures. They've got your bases covered. Visit mastercraftheating.com today.
Hit a home run this season on your next Ford vehicle lease or purchase at Varsity Ford in Ann Arbor. Proud to be family owned and operated for over 44 years. Varsity Ford never strikes out, getting you the best deal. Our professional sales team is like no other, and we treat every customer like an MVP. Varsity Ford is driven by family and built on tradition. No matter if it's the first inning or the bottom of the ninth, Varsity Ford is here to the last pitch. I'm Joe Stanford, making deals today, every day, and best of all on Saturdays too. Only at Varsity Ford.
No matter what your sport, you win with energy efficiency tips from DTE. DTE's online interactive home can help you find tools, tips, and programs to lower your energy bill. Our Insight app gives you real-time information to make changes to reduce your usage. And our rebates put real money back into your pocket. So check out DTEenergy.com/home and you'll... Savings, that is. DTE.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein. Get the Bernstein advantage and get respect.
R-E-S-P-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Tim Herron is the new pitcher for the Guardians. 4-3 lead. Tigers bat in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jemai Jones at the plate. First pitch, curveball. It is back foot, ball 1. Dingler, Green to follow. Another reliever with, well, sparkling numbers, but they're not as dominating as Sobrowski. Down in the in with the sinker. One quickly 2-0. That was a slider down at the back foot. The 2-0. Sinker up and away. And by that I mean there's not as much swing and miss. 15 innings of work for Herron. Only 2 earned runs. Nice sparkling 1.17 ERA. 10 walks, 10 strikeouts. Sinker away, and Jemai Jones on 4 pitches. Draws a leadoff walk in the 8th inning. Potential tying run is on base.
Yeah, that's the issue right there, is the base on balls. But I find it interesting, 2 left-handers coming in with a lot of right-handers in the lineup.
Yeah.
And Hunter Gaddis is throwing, but I just don't think that Stephen Vogt has a whole lot of confidence in Hunter Gaddis getting right-handers out.
Right-handers been the same guy.
Yeah.
Dingler takes a little bit low.
And then I know you're going to see Cade Smith in the 9th, but just having a lot of faith in these left-handers to kind of get around these right-handers. But Riley Green in the on-deck circle is probably one of the reasons why Tim Herron's in the game.
Sinker misses low. Hedges challenges. And it is indeed a ball. 1 challenge left for the Guardians. 6 straight balls delivered by Tim Herron. Herron's a big guy. Works over on the third base side of the rubber. The 2-0. Splits the plate with a fastball middle. Righties definitely have the edge in their early at-bats. Hitting 280. Nobody hits him for much power. Buries lefties, but now 10 walks, 6 strikeouts for righties. Swing and a miss, slider in the dirt. We don't see Dylan do that very often. He just chased ball 3 on a pitch that bounced. 0 for 3 for Dingler tonight. Hit the ball hard first time up on 1 hop to Ramirez at third base. Waiting on a 2-2 from Herron. Big, tall lefty. The 2-2. Got him. Fastball on the outside edge.
Well, it looked like Dylan was looking for something else. Herron throws a lot of sliders, a lot of curveballs. And that just looked like a nice pitch. Just looking for something else.
Lefties are going to see sliders, curveballs with the occasional sinker. Snap throw to first to drive Jemai Jones back. Jemai runs well. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Riley Green has reached 3 times in this game. Reached 4 times yesterday. Slider away. Ball 1. This is a lefty who does not hold runners well. 12 steals, 1 caught stealing going back to last year. The 1-0. Riley swings and pops it up, foul and out of play.
Well, Dan, you can kind of see, too, where Tim Herron, he comes set and then just takes that right leg and crosses over the plane immediately. So if you're that base runner, I mean, as soon as he picks up that leg, it's just he's turning all the way.
The 1-1 hit. Riley Green with a curveball. Boy, you don't see this very often, but this is how Riley Green is going. It's the exact same line as last night. 2 hits, a walk and hit by pitch. 2 hits, a walk and hit by pitch again tonight. Stephen Vogt on his way to the mound. And that's going to be the end of the night for Tim Herron. He wants a righty to face Spencer Torkelson. Tigers have 2 runners on, 8th inning. Hunter Gaddis coming on. And while the Guardians make the change, we'll pause Radio Network.
Baseball is back in the D, and it's time to bring the bliss to game day. This season, crack open a Carbliss while you're cheering on the Detroit Tigers, the official ready-to-drink cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories with bold, unbeatable flavor. From tailgates outside the ballpark to watch parties at home, Carbliss is the MVP of your lineup. So when the Tigers swing big, you sip big. Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Find your bliss at drinkcarbliss.com.
America's favorite place to watch sports just got even better. It's Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports fans, you can catch all the action from all your favorite sports at a viewing experience built for the ultimate sports fan. Relax in one of the 6 pools on 3 levels. Perfect views of the massive big screen, just like the front row seat at the ballpark. Located at Circa Resort and Casino in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Stadium Swim. Book your spot today at circalasvegas.com. That's circalasvegas.com.
Since 1982, Corporate Eagle has defined fractional aviation. Exclusively Detroit. Exclusively yours. No out-of-town program can match the personal service we deliver right here at home. Locally based, proudly employee-owned. Every aircraft, every detail, every flight managed by your dedicated Detroit team. This is members only aviation. Corporate Eagle.
As presented by authority, the Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Cole Keith has grabbed a bat. He's pinch hitting for Spencer Torkelson. The righty Hunter Gaddis on the mound. He has not been able to get out lefties so far this year. Only 13 at-bats. He did last year. Keith at the plate. First pitch from Hunter Gaddis. What was that? Pitch clock violation before the pitch. That was a really late call.
It was.
The pitch was actually delivered. You don't see that very often. Pitch was delivered. And then the home plate umpire, Ron Kulpa, came out and touched his watch, if he had one. The 1-0. Up and away. Changeup misses. 2-0. It's not the same dangerous Hunter Gaddis that we know, Dan, from past years.
No, but you're exactly right. And AJ forced him with having Workman, Cole Keith, and Zach McKinstry on the bag.
2-0, ground ball to first base, scooped up by Manzardo, down to second one, and the ball is dropped by Rocchio, and second base umpire Manny Gonzalez says, oh, he did get him out at second. I thought he was indicating he was safe at second base. Riley Green goes into the dugout. Are the Tigers going to challenge there or not? So the ball taken out of the glove, and that's the right call. Yeah. Rocchio taking the ball out of the glove. That's when he dropped it. He did record the out on Riley Green at second. So it's runners at the corners now for Wenzel Perez. Tigers down 4-3 in the 8th.
Wow, it was just Manzardo kind of really aiming the ball to second base, and Riley trying to take away the throwing lane was way out of on the slide to Rocchio.
Gaddis, first pitch changeup high and away. This guy was absolute money 2 years ago. The heavy workload may have gotten to him. ERA doubled last year. Still very effective. So far this year he has struggled. 10 innings, 5 walks, 14 hits, and 7 runs. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Slider down and in. Big opportunity for the Tigers. Jones coming down the line at third, standing in fair territory, trying to block the throwing lane for Hedges with a lefty at the plate. The 1-1. Changeup away. Good hitters count for Wenzel Perez. The 2-1. Way inside. Lots of sliders to lefties, but both the slider and changeup, neither one feels like an effective pitch at the moment.
And Zach McKinstry probably has a bat, how you Lee, standing on that on-deck circle.
The 3-1. Swing and a foul off his foot. Ball goes right out to Gaddis. He's sticking with that slider in, and Wenzel Perez is going to need a moment to walk this one off. Chris McDonald, the assistant trainer, comes out. We have quite a phenomenon going in right field in the upper deck right now. A hearty band of young men had up there, the T-shirts off, waving the T-shirts. It was maybe 10, 12. It has grown exponentially in the last inning and a half. And that's about 100 up there now in the upper deck in right field. Shirts off, waving the T-shirts. We've seen young men from around the ballpark all heading up to the upper deck, and they're making some noise right now. Wenzel Perez is okay. He's going to need a moment before he digs in. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, 8th inning. Tigers down 4-3. This guy has been so tough on the Tigers the last 2 years. Not the same effective pitcher so far in 2026. Perez ready. The 3-2 pitch. Up and away. Walked him. And Zach McKinstry will indeed pinch hit for Haiyu Lee. Bases loaded on a walk. Hit by pitch. And another walk. Carl Willis, pitching coach, heading out for Cleveland to tuck this at bat over with Hunter Gaddis. Entire infield will join the conversation. What a good time for Zach McKinstry to deliver a big hit. It's been a tough go for Zach in his 81 at-bats. He's hitting 170 so far this year.
Well, Zach might be able to, with bases loaded too, just be a little bit selective.
Yep.
You know, with Hunter Gaddis spraying it a little bit, he can be a little selective and make sure that he doesn't expand the strike zone and make him come in. Because Hunter Gaddis is not going to be hitting any kind of really big spots here. He's got to be throwing strikes. He can be very, very selective.
Gaddis still throwing plenty of strikes. His first pitch strike rate, the best of his career. See if Zach McKinstry's ready for the first pitch strike. First pitch slider, perfect pitch in, strike one. 92, almost looks like a cutter. Sharp late break right at the plate. Gaddis over on the third base side of the rubber. Big righty. Sets, holds glove above the belt. The strike one. Swinging a ground ball, chopped to first. Manzardo has it. He'll make the play unassisted. And the Tigers load him up. Can't get anybody home. We head to the 9th inning. Cleveland with a 4-3 lead after 8. On the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meijer.
People can't have access to quality health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
I packed for every possible scenario. Snacks, gloves, rain jacket, and 3 hats.
That's team management.
I call it being prepared.
Just like the Ford roster, as the official vehicle partner of Major League Baseball, it's a lineup made for every kind of game.
Different players for different games?
Exactly. You don't send the same guy out for every at-bat.
So a choice for everything.
Mm-hmm. And right now, your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers have a strong lineup on the ground. Find the one that fits your game.
It's baseball season, and you know what that means. It's Faygo time. Nothing beats an ice-cold Faygo. Faygo, the one true pop. Faygo is a proud sponsor of Detroit Tigers Radio.
Ninth inning is brought to you by Comerica Bank. If you want to elevate your small business's game, visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Hardest working players brought to you every game by Carhartt, proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and all the hardworking people who make it possible. Riley Green certainly gets hardest working player for reaching all 8 times in the 2 games. 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitch. Bert Smith is the new Tigers pitcher. Wicked curveball, backdoor, strike 1. Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Opposing pitching changes brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Bazana at the plate to strike 1. Fastball a little bit low. Bert Smith has been impressive.
Well, you're exactly right in the confidence that AJ has in him in a 1-run ball game, pitching him right here in the 9th inning. Got to keep him right here.
Change up, you don't want it there, Dan. That was above the belt.
Thank goodness, good take.
Yeah, good take. The 1-2 to Bazana, ground ball chopped down the third base line. This guy's got a magic wand.
Yes.
And you usually say that about a veteran. We've seen him just place the ball, serve it into center field on a bloop. Chop that one down the third base line with McGonigal shaded towards short. A bunt single last night that he actually popped up, but he got it to drop before anybody could reach it for a base hit.
Isn't this just like the perfect player for the Guardian style of baseball?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, stolen bases and an occasional power. Hit the home run today.
Check swing foul down the third base line. McGonigal's in tight with Martinez, Angel Martinez at the plate. Switch hitter. Batting from his stronger left side. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Guardians. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Tigers. The only error of the night by the Guardians that led to a Tigers run. Flip over to first. It's a short, cautious lead for Bazana, who does have 7 steals in 8 attempts. Martinez has been a real pleasant surprise for the Guardians this year. 220 with really modest power numbers. 11 home runs and 440 at-bats last year. 9 home runs and 140 at-bats this year. Ground ball chopped up the middle. Perfect play for Zach Short to field. Step on second. Throw to first. Unassisted 6-3 double play.
Boy, couldn't ask for it placed any better. Just a nice little 2-hopper right back up the middle. Zach Short shaded over towards second base. Fielded it. Just stepped easily on second base and fired to first. Now just put him away. Got it very important. Just keep it right here at 4-3. Give him a shot in the bottom of the 9th.
Bottom of the 9th inning for the Tigers. It'll be Short, perhaps a pinch hitter. Vierling, McGonigal.
You still have Gage Workman.
Yep. Cutter up and away. Stephen Kwan batting. Leadoff double against Tyler Holton in the 7th inning. Arguably the biggest hit of the game. It was a 3-3 game. He was sacrificed to third. He scored even with the infield in on a ground ball to third base, to shortstop. Cutter for a strike, 1-2. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Outfield plays Kwan to go the opposite way. Bert Smith works middle of the rubber, the 1-2. The hard curveball at 85 up in the strike zone. Kwan with a sacrifice fly, a walk, a double. He has scored a run. This bat hasn't even begun to heat up. The 2-2. Fly ball deep to center field. That's a long run for Vierling. He'll dive, make the catch. Sliding grab. Didn't look like he was going to get there. It was a great jump on a ball that was dying in the right center field gap. Put a star next to that one for Matt Vierling. He's made some fine plays in center field. Last shot for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. They trail 4-3. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra. With the capability to handle what life throws, the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Michigan residents get $1,000 lease cash on a 2026 Sierra Light Duty Elevation Crew Cab with a Turbo Max engine. And now, well-qualified GM employees, the current eligible GMC lease, use it during GMC Truck Month to get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for $199 per month with 4019 due at signing. That's $199 per month with 4019 due at signing. Must be a current lessee of a 2021 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit gmcofferinfo.com for details.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Fox 2 is just the best. I watch before I go to bed.
You definitely hit the local angle very good.
When I watch Fox, I feel like I'm getting the whole story.
They're working for you.
Ninth inning is brought to you by Comerica Bank. If you want to elevate your small business's game, visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Gage Workman has grabbed a bat. He'll pinch hit for Zach Short. Bottom of the ninth inning. Tigers down a run. Cade Smith, so tough. First pitch, wicked slider down and in, swing and miss, strike one. That was a changeup with great movement. The strike one to Workman. Fastball up and away. This is just electric stuff, Dan.
Yeah, and he does. Got that really good four-seam fastball, the split finger and sweeper. Fastball right about 97, 98.
Splitter misses high and away at 86 miles an hour. Veerling McGonigal to follow.
And Cade Smith is leading the American League with 14 saves.
2-1. Workman swings, fouls it out of play. 96 with life, riding away. 2-2. Veerling, McGonigal, Jones, the next three hitters. The pitch, swing and a miss. That's a wicked splitter. Man. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Gage Workman strikes out. Matt Veerling 2 for 5 in his career against Cade Smith with a double. First pitch fastball, 96 in, strike one. Cade Smith shuts down righties, shuts down lefties. 22 innings of work, 2.90 ERA. Veerling swings and fouls it back to the screen. Every year that strikeout rate right near 13 strikeouts per 9 with a low walk rate. What does that look like in 22 innings of work? 31 strikeouts, 5 walks. Smith's a big guy, works from the middle of the rubber from the stretch. 6'5", 230-pound righty. The 0-2 is swinging a ground ball, base hit into center. Center cut fastball, and Matt Veerling did not miss. Tigers have the potential tying run on at first.
Yeah, make this thing interesting. Cade Smith decides to go to that fastball instead of the sweeper or split finger, and it stays right down Broadway. And nice, short, quick, compact swing from Matt Veerling to shoot that up to center field.
Kevin McGonigal's first look at Cade Smith. First pitch, splitter away. 0 for 4 for Kevin McGonigal. Not many games this entire season where he has not reached base at least once with a hit or a walk. Rocchio right up the middle. Ramirez off the line at third. The outfield straight up. The 1-0. Fastball away. 2-0. Guardians still have one challenge left. The Tigers are out of challenges. The 2-0 pitch. Swinging a line drive into right. That's going to drop for a base hit. Beerling will hold at second base. Martinez has a good arm, and he made the right move. Runners at first and second. Line drive single for Kevin McGonigal.
Couple of fastballs. He fell behind 2-0. Tried to throw that fastball. Kevin McGonigal's too good of a hitter right there. Just above the belt. Turns on it. Just like his dad taught him. Pull that baseball. Tigers looking good. First and second. Just the one out.
Hedges out to talk with Cade Smith. Jahmai Jones strides to the plate. First time that he has faced Cade Smith. 0 for 2 tonight for Jahmai with a couple of walks. Dylan Dingler waiting on deck. Tigers trying to tie it up or walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Smith checks Beerling. First pitch sweeper. Swing and a miss. Little anxious for Jahmai Jones.
You got to figure he was going to go to one of his secondary pitches after those two fastballs getting shellacked like they did from Beerling and McGonigal.
The strike one. Sweeper away. One thing you do notice about Cade Smith, he does give up a lot of line drives. Unusually high number for a guy who's effective as he is. The 1-1 in the dirt, smothered by Hedges. Good block to his right over in the left-handed batter's box.
Boy, Dan, you know, the dirt ball reads the Tigers have been so good at. And if that gets away from Austin Hedges, you know that both those Tiger runners can move up, and he just smothered that.
2-1. Half cut. Up and in. Jones goes too far. 2-2. So Smith does not get a lot of ground ball outs. Pisano at second, shades up the middle. Rocchio straight up at short. They're in double play depth. Jones waiting on a 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. Perfect 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Down and away.
It sure was, Dan. It's perfectly located. The other thing was that he threw two sweepers off the outside part of the plate. And you know that Jahmai Jones thought that was another sweeper that was going to be carried off the outside part of the plate, and it swung back just enough to catch that outside part of the plate.
Dingler 0 for 3 in his career against Cade Smith. First pitch, fastball, 97, called strike 1. Starts him off away. Tigers down to their last out. Crowd getting loud here at Comerica Park. Dingler waiting. The strike 1. Strike 2. Fastball 90. I mean, he's just dotting right now.
Man, Austin Hedges wanted that up. Austin Hedges was almost standing up, and then just at the last second had to go down, and it still was called a strike.
The 0-2, swing and a foul. He's just rearing back and firing fastballs now. Why not? It's lively, and he's locating. Fielding at second base has good speed. The outfield is deep enough that a single should score. Fielding from second base. The 0-2 in the dirt again, another smother by Hedges. He's ready for the sweeper in the dirt, and he has smothered 2.
They're not going either direction. They're bouncing directly in front of him.
Dingler waiting on a 1-2. Smith checks Fielding at second. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a soft tap foul. That's a good foul on a splitter that died.
Sure was. I mean, you hadn't seen a splitter in a few pitches, and he pulled it out of his bag of tricks, and a great job by Dingler just to get a piece of the top of the baseball.
Smith works from the middle of the rubber, sets the 1-2, swing and a miss. Dingler strikes out, and the Guardians make it 2 straight to start this 4-game series. Tigers had 5 base runners in the last 2 innings, can't get anybody home. Our final score, the Cleveland Guardians 4 and the Detroit Tigers 3.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success